One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Brings him to the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The no-frills unis, but big-time swag from their backers in getting the sack.
Yeah, and we are linebacker U. We find linebackers year after year that get after the quarterback that are so athletic, just straight playmakers.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. You just saw just 2 seasons ago when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope of the Wolverines moving forward.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now the throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their 2nd sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Wants to throw, it's Underwood. Moving out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. The field goal is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Hudson. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Aller. Makes the grab on the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the 3rd down aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Koltanecki, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here comes the option. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Aller. Sets up the screen. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch right at the 50. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. A designed run for the quarterback. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Swings it out to his running back. Can't get him to the ground. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's McCulley. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or 2 guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets first downs.
We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing on the run. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolverine. Talk about keeping your
downfield with his feet, but also what you said is the most important thing. He keeps his eyes down the field. He's not looking to run the football. He can, but he's looking to do damage and make a big play down the field. Because he had his eyes up, he could do that.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Howard. It's complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to...
Holds it in on the left. Off and running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. On the run, it's Marshall. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. These guys got their nose bloodied in the Big 12 last year. They took it personally through the offseason and eager to atone this year.
And guys this year are just going to have to step up and make more plays as well. And they've got some dudes who they feel are very, very talented, but weren't always playing to their potential. Last year, David, it's got to start in game 1 in conference play this season.
No doubt. We got to set the tone early, send a message early. We're not that team from a year ago. Like, that was a bad season. That was a down season. We're going to turn this around. Got to get that momentum created game 1 if you want this season to be successful.
On the run, deep down the right side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Trying to take it back. Smashes through the tackle. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study. About what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's Aller. He's going for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether we conserve it or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Tight end now in motion. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gives it on the option. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominant.
Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Michigan. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments offense as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Allard. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is blowing. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the toss. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field around midfield, going for it the wise move. Converts on 4th down, still going. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Penn State.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Allard. They're working that left side. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll go right back to him. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Takes the easy one to the back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. There he goes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and line.
Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. And he dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Working that left side now. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for space, it's Singleton. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So here comes the Michigan offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And this is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get 3 from way downtown. Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Allard.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Give to the single back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They go to the counter. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Gets rid of it. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out. Out of the game, but I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Rides to back and leaves it. Oh, he's got some space. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Easy.
Looking for a man. It's Allard. And here's the third interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 30. Past the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Wolverine. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ivy. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Get set. Get set.
Off play action. Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Makes the catch. It's Hudson. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Gonna run it. It's Singleton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
Do you remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. On the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And the Wolverines really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll move the tight end. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You know, on a play like that, 3rd and short, as a quarterback, you're looking for your easiest throw and your shortest throw, and that's to the tight end. He's a big target, he makes the catch, and now the drive stays alive.
And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the 4th quarter. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw. Just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.